Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about electric cars in the world right now, the 2026 Nissan LEAF crossover EV. This isn't just another electric vehicle update. This is the reinvention of one of the world's best-known EVs. A car that once carried the weight of proving that affordable electric mobility was possible is now back, redesigned, and reimagined as a crossover. But the question is, does it still carry the same spirit of affordability, practicality, and innovation? Or is Nissan just playing catch-up in a world dominated by Tesla, Hyundai, and BYD? Let's find out. To understand the impact of the new LEAF, let's first take a step back into history. The Nissan LEAF debuted back in 2010, over a decade ago, at a time when most of the world thought electric cars were a gimmick. Charging infrastructure was almost non-existent, range anxiety was real, and the EV industry was fragile. But the LEAF broke through. It became one of the world's first mass-produced EVs. It gave customers a reliable, affordable, and easy-to-drive electric car, and it quickly built a reputation. For many drivers, the LEAF wasn't just their first EV, it was their first step into an entirely new kind of driving. Over the years, the LEAF sold in huge numbers worldwide, and it became a pioneer, earning its place as a household name. Now fast forward to 2026, and the LEAF has gone through its most radical change yet. The old hatchback design is gone. In its place, Nissan has created a compact crossover EV, a segment that's absolutely exploding in popularity. Customers no longer want small, city-only EVs. They want practical crossovers with space, style, and the right mix of range and affordability. Nissan has listened, and the new LEAF is their answer. Visually, the 2026 Nissan LEAF looks sleek, bold, and futuristic. It borrows elements from its bigger sibling, the Ariya, but it has its own distinct personality. With a wider stance, aerodynamic lines, and sharp LED lighting, the LEAF no longer looks like a budget commuter. It looks like a proper contender in the crossover EV market. This is a car designed not just for efficiency, but to stand out in a crowded EV lineup. Underneath, the new LEAF packs a 75 kilowatt-hour battery pack, the same one found in the Ariya. It powers a single front-mounted electric motor producing 214 horsepower. Nissan has kept things simple here. No dual motor, no all-wheel drive, at least not yet. This is deliberate. By focusing on a single motor and a single battery size, Nissan has been able to keep costs lower and efficiency higher. While some enthusiasts may want a dual-motor LEAF in the future, Nissan knows its core audience, buyers looking for maximum value, maximum range, and minimal compromise. And that's where the LEAF truly shines. Let's talk about range. The base S Plus trim offers an EPA-estimated 303 miles of range on a single charge. Yes, you heard that right. Over 300 miles of range in an EV that starts just above $31,000. That is a huge achievement. In fact, this makes the 2026 LEAF the most affordable EV in the U.S. market, with over 300 miles of range. To put this into perspective, Tesla's Model 3 long range costs well over $40,000. The Hyundai Ioniq 6 also pushes higher into the $40,000 range. Even Chevrolet's Equinox EV, which was positioned as an affordable option, ends up pricier when you go for a comparable battery range. The LEAF undercuts them all. And that's exactly why this car is creating so much buzz. Now let's break down the trims and what you get at each level. The S Plus trim is the entry point, priced around $31,185, including destination charges. It gives you the full 303 miles of range, 17-inch wheels, and a clean but minimal interior. It's the budget champion of the lineup, offering the best possible range per dollar. Move up to the SV Plus trim, which starts at about $35,125. Here, you get upgraded technology. A massive 14.3-inch infotainment display, modern connectivity features, and 18-inch alloy wheels. The range drops slightly to 288 miles due to the larger wheels and added equipment, but for many buyers, the trade-off will be worth it for the extra comfort and tech. At the top sits the Platinum Plus trim, starting around $40,095. This is where Nissan packs in luxury features: a premium Bose audio system, a panoramic dimming glass roof, wireless charging, a heat pump for efficiency in colder climates, and a more premium interior finish. The downside? Range falls further to 259 miles. Still very respectable, but clearly designed for customers who prioritize comfort and features over maximum distance. So, Nissan has created a lineup where customers can choose. Do you want maximum range for minimum cost, or do you want luxury and high-end tech? Either way, the Leaf remains competitive across all trims. Let's shift to features and technology. Beyond the big displays, wireless charging, and premium audio, the Leaf is also expected to come with Nissan's suite of driver assistance features, including Pro Pilot Assist, Nissan's semi-autonomous driving system that can handle highway, cruising, lane centering, and adaptive cruise control. While Nissan hasn't detailed the entire safety package yet, it's safe to say it will include modern must-haves like automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and more. Inside, the new Leaf feels modern and airy. The cabin design borrows from the Aria, with clean horizontal lines, a minimalist dashboard, and sustainable materials. Nissan wants the Leaf to feel futuristic, but also practical for everyday driving. It's not trying to be flashy like a luxury EV. It's focused on being the smart, rational choice for mainstream buyers. Now let's put the Leaf in context. In today's EV market, affordability has become one of the biggest challenges. Prices for many electric cars have climbed well above what average buyers can afford. Even as governments push for EV adoption, many people still feel priced out. That's where the 2026 Leaf delivers something unique: true value without sacrifice. For just over $30,000, you're getting over 300 miles of range, proven Nissan reliability, and modern features. It positions the Leaf as the gateway EV for families, commuters, and first-time EV buyers. Competitors will not take this lightly. Tesla will continue to dominate the headlines, but the Model 3 simply can't match the Leaf on price-to-range ratio. Hyundai and Kia have excellent EVs like the Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, and EV6, but again, they cost more. Chevrolet has the Bolt replacement and the Equinox EV, but they're either more expensive or offer less range. BYD from China is also pushing into global markets with aggressively priced EVs, but in the US especially, Nissan's Leaf has the edge in availability and established trust. The question is, will customers see the Leaf as exciting enough? After all, it's not the fastest. It doesn't have the longest range in the world, and it doesn't have the flashy tech of a Tesla. But that may not matter. Nissan is targeting the middle of the market, the buyers who want a simple, reliable, affordable EV that just works. And in that space, the Leaf is hard to beat. Looking to the future, Nissan has made it clear they are investing heavily in EVs. The Leaf crossover is just the beginning of their next generation of electric models. Expect more SUVs, more crossovers, and maybe even a performance EV down the line. Nissan knows they have to compete not just with Tesla and Hyundai, but with upcoming Chinese automakers who are hungry for global market share. For customers, the 2026 Leaf represents hope. Hope that electric cars don't have to cost $50,000 or more to be practical. Hope that range anxiety can be put to rest, even in an affordable EV. And hope that legacy automakers like Nissan can still deliver innovation without pricing everyday drivers out of the market. In conclusion, the 2026 Nissan Leaf crossover is not just an update, it's a statement. A statement that EVs can be practical, affordable, and capable all at the same time. Nissan has taken the soul of the original Leaf and adapted it to the modern era, giving customers what they want most: range, value, and style. So what do you think? Is this the EV that will finally bring more people into the electric revolution? Or do you think competitors like Tesla and Hyundai will still hold the crown? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more real, authentic car content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.